In today's video, I'm going to show you the GMWD 3-in-1 combo machine. This thing can go from a leg press to a hack squat to a standing calf raise machine in a matter of seconds. Now, when I first got this thing, this came in 4 different boxes. As you can see, it's a big machine. It's 4 feet long by 4 feet wide. So it's going to take up a lot of room in a home gym, in a garage gym. But, you know, the instructions were very clear. Everything, every little part in this machine was labeled and it matched exactly what was on the manual. So the putting together part wasn't hard. The build wasn't hard. It was just there's a lot of different pieces that go into this machine. So for me, it took me a couple hours to build. If you can have somebody help you out, that'll make the time faster, of course. Now this thing is very heavy, 350 pounds by itself without putting any weight on. So it's very stable for that reason, because there's a lot of weight going into the floor. It's not going to move around a lot. So I like that it's very stable. Now, another thing that's very good about this is that it's very easy to move around despite the 350 pounds that it weighs. You have a handle on one end, wheels on the others. So you do almost like a deadlift. You lift it up from one end and then you wheel it around to whatever position you want. Now I'm going to show you how the hack squat is set up, how it works, and all the different features that go along with the machine. So right now it's set up for the hack squat. I can put my feet on the foot plate here. I get my back right on the back pad, shoulders right underneath the shoulder pads, and then I have handles here that I can use while I'm going up and down. Now there's different features here that you want to know how they work in order to use the machine correctly. So you have some handrails here. So the handrails are there in order to lock the sled in place. So the sled has a little metal piece here on each side that's going to sit right on these safety catches that are attached to the handrail. There's 3 different heights here. There's a bottom, a middle, and then a tall one. So you have 3 areas where you can catch the sled when it's not moving up and down. And then that's not only a safety feature that allows you to lock it in place, but it's also good for people of different heights. Of course, the taller you are, you might be using the higher safety catch here. I like to use more of the middle one, and then if you're a little bit more shorter, then you can use the bottom one here. So the way that works is that you get in position, you push up a little bit, and then you push the handles outward to release the sled. Now the sled is freely movable. I can go up and down. I have the handles here on the side that I can grab and do my hack squats. When I'm done, I pull the handle in towards me on both sides, and then that catches the sled here, and I can move out safely. Now that's one safety feature. There's another one right in between my legs here. This is a depth adjuster where you can adjust the depth that you want the sled to go at its lowest point. So if I was to do my reps and for some reason I'm too low here and I can't use the safety handrails, I can go all the way to the bottom, and that piece right there on the bottom is going to prevent the sled from going any further, so I can get out of the machine itself, so I can bail without a problem. So that's 2 different features there that you can use for safety. You have the handrails, and then you have that depth adjuster right on the bottom. Now when you're done, lock it in place and you can step out safely. And as you can see, this thing moves pretty good. It's smooth all the way up, all the way down, no jerky movements. And it's very stable because it's a heavy machine. It's 350 pounds. It's not going to be shaking up and down because it has a lot of weight pushing down on the floor. So very good stability. That's the hack squat. Now I'm going to show you how to use this as a calf machine as well. Now I'm going to show you how to set up the calf block. The calf block is really easy to set up. It has 2 hooks on the top. They fit right into 2 slots that are on the top of the foot plate here. You just insert the hooks into the slots and you're ready to go. So it's the same setup as the hack squat. I get my shoulders under the shoulder pads, push up, unlock, and then I'm going to get my feet right on the foot block, on the calf block, and I can start my standing calf raises. It's going to hit more of the calves. If I wanted to hit more of the soleus, of course I can bend my knees and then do some, or mimic, seated calf raises. So now I'm going to show you how easy it is to convert this from a hack squat to a leg press. So you can see that it takes a matter of seconds. So the first thing you want to do is you want to remove the back pad from in between the shoulder pads here. There's a peg here that fits right into a hole there. We're going to use that same peg in a hole that's here on the hack squat foot plate. I put that down there, and then we have a seat pad. The seat pad looks like this. It's a rectangle, and in the back it has 2 different metal pegs that go into the frame of the machine here. and I just insert it into a hole on each side of the seat, and this is ready to go. The bottom portion, the seat portion is done. Now what I have to do is I got to convert this here into the foot plate for the leg press. So there's a red pin here that you pull out to unlock this. I pull it out, it turns into the foot plate for the leg press. So that's how quickly I can go from a hack squat to a leg press. Now to do a leg press, I just get here on the seat part, push up a little bit, release the handrails, and then I can go right into my leg press. So we're looking at the bottom of the machine here. There's 4 band pegs. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 2 on each side. Now you see there's 6 holes, so these can be moved easily. I can just pull this out, insert it into another one. That way I can get some resistance bands there going from the band pegs to the weight horn over here, right on the bottom of the sled. So that way I can work out and have some accommodating resistance. So this is what the weight horns look like right on the bottom of the sled. I'm right under the machine right here. Now right next to the weight horns here, we have the storage horns, and I have 2 on each side, and I can put a lot of plates there. I'm going to take you under the hack squat foot plate. This is where the handle is. Of course, the wheels would be on the opposite end. And then right below the foot plate, then you have a way to adjust it there with a knob. You can change the angle of the foot plate so it's adjustable for hack squat or both the hack squat and the leg press setup. And that's what's on the bottom here. There's the foot plate. You can see the hole for the back pad here that goes here whenever I set it up for the leg press. And then you have 2 slots here, one right here and then the other one right there. That's where you set up the calf block. So let's talk about the pros and cons. I'll start with the cons. Number 1 con is that this is a big machine, so it's going to need a lot of space. This is 4 feet long by 4 feet wide, so you're going to need that much space in a garage gym setting. You know we're limited on space, which is why I've set this up in a way where I have a lot of stuff on my walls here so that I have more floor space. So for me, it's not a problem. I'm just going to set this in between my 2 garage doors, and I'll have enough room for it. But if you're looking to invest in one of these machines and you want to know more or less what size this is 7 feet by 4 feet. So you're going to need that much room. Now the other con is that this has a max weight capacity of 400 pounds. Now for me personally, that's not a problem, but I know a lot of people at commercial gyms like to load up the leg press machine. So 400 pounds may not be a lot for you, but the way I go around that is that I train most of the time, or a lot of times, unilaterally. So I don't need a lot of weight when I'm using one leg at a time. So I can set this up to do leg presses one leg at a time, then switch over to the other leg. Same way with the hack squat. I can do one-legged hack squats, switch it over to the other side as well. This way I don't have to keep loading all of the weight that I have. And that way I can save some money too, because the more weight capacity a machine has, the more it's going to cost, because it's going to have to support that weight. They're going to need to use more material, and it's going to need more room for you to add more plates to that as well. So 400 pounds for me, not a problem. To other people, it might be a problem. Now let's talk about the pros. Pro number 1 I like about this is that the sled itself is very smooth. It glides up and down smoothly, no jerky motions. The linear bearings on this make sure that it glides up and down smoothly on these chrome bars. Now, another thing I like about this is that it has several safety features. 3 safety catches on the sides of the handrails. So if you happen to get stuck, you can pull the handrails in. It'll catch the sled on the way down, and you can just come out. If you happen to go too low and get stuck at the bottom, then you have the depth adjuster here in between your legs, where you can just let go and the sled will hit that and you can bail out of the machine. So the safety features are good. I like that it's also very mobile for a machine this size at 350 pounds, 7 feet long. You can easily move it by just picking up the handle on one side and then using the wheels on the other side to move it around. Of course, it's still heavy, but it's movable. Another feature that I like that it has is that it has the adjustable foot plate here. That adjustable foot plate gives me the ability to change the angle of the foot plate, whether I want to change the way an exercise feels or just to adjust it to different sized people. Also, another thing I like is that you have a lot of storage room. You have 4 different weight horns, 2 on each side, where I can put all my weight plates for storage. That way, if I run out of room on my wall, I have the option to store more weight on the machine itself. Another thing I like about this is that you have the ability to add band pegs to the resistance. So you have a way to make the exercises a little bit harder by using accommodating resistance. So by using the band pegs, the exercise is going to get harder at the top where it usually feels the easiest. So for example, the top of a leg press, your legs are almost locked out, so that feels very easy. The bottom portion of what feels the hardest. So by adding resistance bands at the top of the movement, those bands are going to try to pull you down, so it becomes a little bit more challenging. There you have it, guys. That's my review on the GMWD 3-in-1 combo. It's a leg press, hack squat, calf raise machine. If you have the room for it, 7 feet by 4 feet, this is going to be a very good addition to a home gym to hit the legs, especially the quads, and of course you can do the calves as well. What I'll do is I'll leave a link below this video if you want to check it out. That link is shreddeddad.com/leg press hack squats. If you like the information in this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Leave me your comments and questions down below. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the latest uploads. For more home gym equipment reviews and discounts, make sure you visit my website, shreddeddad.com. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.